playoff spot is on the line. LaMelo Ball and Trae Young will go head to head for it. Winner takes all in the play-in.
You gotta be ready. Ball fast.
The Hawks and the Hornets ended the regular season with exactly the same record, 43-39. They played each other a total of 4 times in the regular season. The first time these teams met, the Hawks came out victorious, 115-105. The second time, the Hornets won, 130-127. The third time, the Hawks smoked the Hornets, 113-91. And then the final time they played in March, 116-106, went to the Hornets. Each team lost twice and won twice versus each other. So this is the kind of game that the play-in was actually created for, taking 2 teams that seem similar in skill, but finding out which one is the real deal. Trae Young, he's been here before. He's performed, and he showed the world that when it comes to the big stage, he doesn't back down at all. And he'll be going up against LaMelo Ball, of course, the tip of the spear for the Charlotte Hornets. They go as he goes. He's the guy that everyone's watching. He's the guy that might have something to prove, because he hasn't been in the postseason and people don't know exactly how he will respond in high pressure scenarios. The Hawks will stick with their game plan they've had the entire season, and that is give it to Trae Young and let him make the right decision. That's kind of what the Hornets fans have been asking JB to do for LaMelo. But back to Trae. If Trae's having a bad night of turnovers and his shot isn't falling, it's going to be hard for the Hawks to win. But if his shot is somewhat on and he's not getting turnovers, it's going to be a tough day for the Hornets. Why? Because he's surrounded by shooters, scorers, veterans. Kevin Huerter, great shooter. Hunter, Gallinari. These are really good shooters, and some guys just can go get a bucket, like a Cam Reddish, like a Collins. Let's not forget Lou Williams. Yes, he is aging, but he's got the veteran presence, and sometimes in moments like these are the type of guys that will surprise you. And a big factor is Clint Capella in the center. Onyeka Okongwu actually comes in off the bench, does a great job as well. But Plumlee is going to have to be at his best, and I think Montrezl Harrell will definitely be up for the challenge. He comes out with aggression and focus every single game, and that's what they need. So the Hawks personnel, yes, they have good personnel, but not only that, they actually have good team chemistry. They know their game plan, they're sticking to it, and I think they have somewhat of an advantage going into this game because of that. Trae Young, he's been making noise, and he does have a lot of fans, but as far as coverage goes with the media, Trae Young is somewhat left out, and newcomers like LaMelo Ball, Ja Morant are starting to soak up more attention, so I think Trae Young has something to prove as well. All cards will be left on the table. Loser is going home. Will LaMelo Ball make it into these playoffs?
If you had one shot, one opportunity, seize everything you ever wanted.
LeVar told me that LaMelo is looking for these opportunities. He lives for these moments and he's ready. And I'm looking forward to see how this actually plays out, because someone's got to go down. And I'm sure whoever does will go down swinging. I don't expect to see a blowout this game. Now for LaMelo Ball, this game means a lot. To him, like I said in the thumbnail, it's a must win. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there still are a lot of non-believers in LaMelo Ball, even though he won Rookie of the Year, even though he was an all-star. And LaMelo doesn't do much talking about it. He lets his game speak on the court. So just look for him to speak loud and clear out there. LaMelo and Trae Young have only played each other 7 times. 4 of those times, the Hornets came out on top. In those 7 games, LaMelo and Trae Young don't always guard each other. Most of the time, they don't. Because honestly, they're both liabilities on defense. I think Trae Young is more of a liability because of his weight and his stature. And though LaMelo Ball is great in the passing lanes and getting steals and deflections, he has a hard time sliding his feet with on-ball defense as well. So if LaMelo has saucy handles and Trae has saucy handles, you don't actually want them guarding each other all the time. This is where Cody Martin is going to come in handy on the defensive end. Hopefully he stays out of foul trouble, because we know LaMelo has a tendency to stay in foul trouble. I've heard it said that LaMelo Ball is like a taller Trae Young. And I can't say that's just a very bad take, because I do see some similarities. Although I think LaMelo is the flashier passer, he's taller, and he has a higher ceiling, Trae Young keeps amazing me when I see what he does in the clutch. Random hot take, and then we'll get back to the video. Let me know, how do you think each team would do if Trae Young and LaMelo switched? Would the teams be exactly the same, or would one of the teams level up? Let me know in the comment section. Now, There's a couple things that could happen in this game that really put it on the coach's shoulder. Let's say LaMelo gets really hot and he's making shots in a row, and then Borrego sits him. Momentum shifts are huge in games like this. If anyone is going and on fire, keep them in the game. It doesn't matter who it is, and that is no matter what. This game, the whole season is riding on it. You don't have the luxury to try to save somebody for the next game. If they got to foul out, then let them foul out. Now, guys like Kelly Oubre, PJ Washington, they have a big role in this game. Actually, the last game that the Hawks lost to the Hornets, it was because of PJ Washington at the end. But these guys got to knock down their open shots. LaMelo Ball is going to get doubled in pick and roll. He's going to find the open man, and we'll see if his team is ready to step up to the challenge. As well as Trae Young, his pick and roll is lethal. He always garners a lot of attention, and someone's going to be open. Either he can make the shot or he'll find you. But both of these guys, Trae and LaMelo, if their teammates aren't hitting shots, they have that mentality where put it on my shoulders, I'll take care of it. But let's hope that JB will allow LaMelo to do that if he feels it's necessary. Whichever team is playing defense would not want LaMelo or Trae to guard each other. But if you're on the offensive end, you want to see this matchup because you believe Trae Young can cross LaMelo very easily. You believe LaMelo can cross Trae Young very easily or just back him down. And we know that's going to happen a few times. So it'll be interesting to watch these two go head to head. They both shot 38% from 3-point this year. Trae Young averaged 28 points, LaMelo 20 points. Trae Young 9 assists, LaMelo 7.6 assists, LaMelo 6 rebounds, Trae 4 rebounds. If we're going by stats, you may say Trae Young is the better player, but if you're going by team dynamic and going by only LaMelo's second year in the league, you may say LaMelo is clearly better. But today, in this playoff game, or play-in game, I should say, we're about to find out who's better on this evening, in this game, this scenario right now. This is the part of the NBA that people tune in for, to see the best in the world go head to head. There's not going to be a lot of games on like during the regular season. This is the play-in. Everyone is going to be watching, all eyes on this game. And LaMelo Ball, he's at the stage that he wants to be on. If he comes out and shoots a great percentage, makes some great passes, and just puts on a good show and wins the game, I think he'll win a lot more fans over as well. On the other hand, if LaMelo loses this game, people could walk away in this off season remembering this last game where LaMelo didn't perform and Trae did, and all of a sudden they're saying he's not as good as we said he was. My prediction is the Hornets win this game by 3 points, and LaMelo does what he does. I also believe Trae Young is going to have some phenomenal shots from the logo, but what's new? I'll most likely go live for this game so we can enjoy this moment together. So keep that notification bell turned on, like and subscribe as well. Ball facts again. Peace.